Hi everybody, and welcome to the second week of content for Ed407. Today I'm going to walk you through all of the assignments that are due over the next week. Before I start talking about the week 2 assignments, I want to talk about the week 1 assignment that is due on Monday. On Monday, under Shift Happens, you have an educational philosophy paper. I just want to go in, take a look at this assignment real quickly. All of the directions that you need are right here. And more importantly, the guidelines for what you need to write are here. Please note that it says that your writing needs to conform to the rules of standard English and that your essay should be 300 to 400 words. Below that is where you can submit your assignment. You can either type in this area here, or you can browse your computer and attach a file. So if you wrote it in something else, you could do that. Now, going into the week 2 assignments, this is a big week. There's a lot going on. So the first thing that you're going to do is get started with screencasting. What I'm doing right now is a screencast. I'm capturing my screen as I talk. And you're going to create a screencast about Picasa web albums. Any feature at all. Your 3 minutes is a maximum. 30 seconds is your minimum. And so this does not have to be long or involved. Within this folder, you'll notice that you can select to use Jing Pro or Screenr. Jing Pro and Screenr both upload directly to YouTube, which is what is important. Jing Standard, the free version, does not upload to YouTube, and so you cannot use that. If you have another tool that you'd like to use, as long as it uploads to YouTube, it captures your screen and it captures your voice, it's probably fine. The next assignment for the week is creating your blog. Now, your blog is going to be part of your professional presence on the web. And so I'd like you to download the rubric so that you have a sense of what your blog must look like by the end of the semester. Please read 10 Steps to Better Blogging. And then you're going to go to blogger.com and create your blog. It's really pretty simple to do. When you go here, you will be able to log in with your ULV email and password. After you log in, your list of blogs will probably be blank. You will click on New Blog in order to create a new blog. Give your blog an interesting title. And figure out the custom domain, the URL, down here. You'll notice right now mine is interesting.blogspot.com and it says this blog address is not available. You may need to play around with what your URL is in order to get what you want. And then you go to create blog. Later in the week, after I have graded your educational philosophy statement, you will post it as a new post. Don't worry about that part right now. You don't even have to add a post at this point. All you need to do is email me the link to your blog. And so to do that, you're going to click on View Blog. Right now, this is completely blank. I haven't done any posts, but I can copy the URL, and then please send it to me via email. At this point, your blog will not be complete, and when you look at the rubric for the blog, you will not have met all of the characteristics that are on there. Don't worry about that too much. The blog as relative to the blog. As of right now, you will not have met all of the elements of the blog rubric, don't worry about that. In terms of grading the blog as a whole, that's not going to happen until the end of the semester. So you have the next 9 weeks essentially to add your images and update your profile and make it look all pretty. Feel free to work on that this week or work on it over the course of the next 9 weeks. Either way is fine. Your next assignment is your book club. And so before we get into this book club assignment, there is a section on what in the world is a wiki. Your book club assignment is done in a wiki, and if you've never used a wiki before, this folder here is a good place to start. This folder just has a couple of videos that will help you understand what a wiki is. This Wikis in Plain English at the top is definitely your best overview of what's on here. Colbert is kind of fun. And then this time lapse can give you a sense of what it looks like when people are editing new content in Wikipedia. So if you're interested in the validity of information on Wikipedia, this is a really interesting time lapse, which over the course of 24 hours goes from being fairly unreliable to being a quite reliable source of information about the London bombings. Once you understand what a wiki is, you're going to go into your book club assignment. You have been assigned to a group, and so yours might say book club 2, 3, or 4 up here. But when you click to open your group, for this particular assignment, you are going to go to your group wiki. You can use the collaboration, the file exchange, and the email as ways to communicate with each other, but your actual work is going to be done in your group wiki. What you need to do is listed right here in your group wiki. It's going to tell you what you need to read in the textbook. You need to go on the side trip on page 13, and then you will, as an individual, go over to the side trip page over here on the right, click to open that, and then click Edit Wiki Content in order to add your notes about the side trips that you visited. Back on the main page, the notes for the group activity are pretty clear. You will need to use Skype or some other synchronous tool in order to meet with your team. And so as a team, you need to figure out when you're going to meet. So hopefully all of you kind of jump in and communicate with each other. If there's anybody that you don't hear back from, just let me know. We do have a couple people who are in the process of dropping this class. The first team member on the list, so in this case I believe it was Kelly Aceves, is going to be responsible for taking notes. We are going to continue to do these book club groups throughout the course of the quarter, and so everybody is going to be responsible for taking notes at some point. So if you're the first person on the list, don't feel too picked on for right now. Everybody else is going to take a turn. You're going to click Edit Wiki Content, and then you have your editing tools, and down here is where you're going to add your notes. Once you click Submit, the content then gets added to the wiki. Okay, well, if this happens for you guys... Okay, it turned out my login had just expired, so if that happens for you, log in again and go back and click Submit. And you should not have a problem with that. So the final piece in week 2 is some information about Skype. Because I'm asking you to collaborate synchronously, Skype is probably the best tool for you to use to do that. So about half the class had not used Skype before, so I've included this folder that just has some information about how to use Skype and a link to the Skype download. So this folder is optional. If you already know how to use Skype, you don't need to go to this folder at all. But if you've never used Skype before, this folder will help you to complete the book club assignment. And so those are your assignments for the week, your Picasa screencast, your blog, and your group book club assignment. Have a great week. Please let me know if you have any questions.